What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and today we'll be doing a video we haven't done for a little while. It was a series I was doing very routinely. It is the top 10 hottest Pokemon cards of the week. Today we'll be counting down 10 cards that have had extraordinary gains in the past month or two, reaching 100, 200+% increases. We got Charizards, Lugias, Mewtwo's, and Mews in today's list. Folks, you know a quick shout out needs to be done to today's awesome video sponsor, PokeNotify. PokeNotify, if you don't already know, is a TCG monitor curated to offer you the fastest notifications on drops, restocks, and deals, covering hundreds of websites and all major regions across the world. PokeNotify will be the first to inform you about upcoming reprints, restocks, and information about future sets to be released. And they now offer a very competitive consignment service where they will sell your graded cards on drip for a very low fee rate. You can test out PokeNotify right now with a free 3-day trial. After that, please use code TOP10Pokemon for 25% off your first month. A link to the website will be in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your support. Please go check them out. Alright folks, the first card on today's list is actually a Rainbow Rare card. Now believe it or not, Rainbow Rares are making a bit of a comeback. Here we have the Rainbow Rare Lugia GX from Lost Thunder. This card was selling as a PSA 10 for about $800, but recently this card has gone to about 4 figures, selling in auction for $1,030, again for $1,125. And that would be a 41% increase on this Lugia in just about a month. And the same can be said for this Charizard GX from Burning Shadows that was selling as a PSA 10 about 2 months ago for $3,383, now sells for closer to $4,703. Now we know Rainbow Rares weren't the most popular chase cards, but when they feature Lugias and Charizards on them, you might want to take a second look. Next up, we have another Lugia. It's one of my favorite Lugia cards of all time. The Alt Art Lugia V from Silver Tempest in PSA 10 was selling for $570. Here's another sale for $570, but now this card is reaching very close to $1,000. Here's a sale in auction for $850, all the way up to $855, which is a clean 50% increase on this magnificent alt art card. And folks, I gotta put this as one of the top 5 greatest alt arts of all time in terms of illustration. It is magnificent. What do you think about it? The next card up is no stranger to top 10 lists. It is the Mew EX Special Illustration Rare from Paldean Fates. This guy was selling very recently for about $710. Here's another sale for $710, but now this card is securely going for over $1,200 as a PSA 10. Here's a sale for $1,275. Here's one for $1,300, and that is an 83% increase on this amazing card in just a month or two. It was weird, this card like at one point got to $1,000 and then it slipped back down to $700-ish. Now it's back up to $1,300. Crazy roller coaster ride of a card. Next up, we have a beautiful vintage card. It's the Sabrina's Gengar first edition non-holo card from Gym Challenge. Folks, this card was selling as a PSA 10 for around $1,375, which is unbelievable considering it is a non-holo card. But recently, this card has doubled in value, selling in auction for $2,750, which is an even 100% increase on this Sabrina's Gengar. I'm telling you folks, Gengar has secured itself as one of the top 10 greatest Pokemon of all time. In recent times, the cards featuring Gengar have been just through the roof. So if you invested in this card or pretty much any other Gengar card recently, you're doing pretty well. Next up, we have 2 cards from XY Evolutions. You know me, I love me XY Evolutions. It's what got me back into the hobby, folks. Here is a full art Dragonite EX that was selling as a PSA 10 2 months ago for about $163, and it went all the way down to about $136.50 in auction is what this bad boy costs. But recently this card has blown up, selling for about $305 all the way up to about $405 for a PSA 10, and that is a very nice 124% increase. Which leads me into the next card, which is the Full Art Mewtwo EX, also from Evolutions. This card was selling as a PSA 10 for $177, down to about $169. Now, in today's market, sells for like $321, all the way up to $380, which is a 125% increase on this card. So the Dragonite and the Mewtwo, very close in terms of their percentage gains. But yeah, these are both magnificent cards. The next card is another card that's no stranger to top 10 lists. It's the Charizard V-Star from the Charizard UPCs. Now, it's worth saying that all three of the Charizard promos from that box, the Charizard V, VMAX, and V-Star, have all come up significantly, but none more than this Charizard V-Star that was selling a couple months ago for $343 to about $325 was the low price back in around May. Now, this card has skyrocketed, selling in auction for $700 all the way up to $780 for a PSA 10 copy. Folks, that's a 142% increase on this Charizard. I don't know if you remember, folks, but about 6 months ago I did a top 10 list and this card was on it, and it was selling for around $300 some, and we thought that was crazy, and it has since blown up even more. Getting down to the final three cards, we got a banger from Cosmic Eclipse. It is this Blastoise and Piplup GX. In PSA 10 was selling for about $760, down to about $746. Now sells for a staggering $1,700 to about $1,825 in auction, which is a 145% increase. The Cosmic Eclipse booster boxes have been blowing up, along with a lot of the cards from Cosmic Eclipse, and this is one of them right here. Up next, we have this insane card. It's the Armored Mewtwo promo in PSA 10. Folks, just a month ago, 1 month ago, this card was selling for about $2,602. Now it sells for a whopping $6,571, all the way up to $6,638 for a PSA 10 copy, which is an insane 155% increase in just 1 month. And it don't get much more badass than this, folks. Mewtwo is already an insanely awesome and intimidating Pokemon. Now we're going to put a suit of armor on him. I mean, how can you not love it? Which leads me to the final card on today's list that you might not realize has gone to the moon. It's the Shining Lugia Black Star promo in PSA 10. Was selling for $530, all the way down to about $435 back in May. Folks, this card is now selling for $1,425. I got two examples of this card selling for that amount, which puts it at a 228% increase in just under 2 months. So as you can see, the market is not slowing down. Folks, what are some cards you have seen skyrocket recently? Please let me know about them in the comments below. I really look forward to hearing from you. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for checking the video out, and I will catch you all in my next one.